Hi everybody, this is TJ with Netpicks.com. In this short video, I want to talk about how to choose what charts to day trade. This is a topic that comes up a lot in our trade rooms. We get this question all the time, and it is a daunting task, or at least on the surface it seems like it is, but there are 3 simple steps that you can follow that will help you narrow the field and focus in on the best charts to trade. Before we begin, let's establish some basic objectives. First, our daily goal should be to quit with a positive result with minimal trading a majority of the time. Second, we want to make sure we have a trade plan in mind. For the sake of this video, our plan is very simple. We're going to start when the U.S. market opens. Our objective is to hit a target 2, which I'll show you as we go through these examples, or 2 break-even targets. We must have a positive result, and we're going to limit our trading to 5 trades total, or we're going to quit at noon, whichever happens first. It's a very simple, basic trade plan. There's only 5 rules. I find that if you keep it simple like this, you're going to have more steady success. We can use any strategy we want. So for this video, I'm going to focus on a brand new strategy that I've been working on. Now that we have our basic framework in place, how do we go about determining the best charts to trade? I've boiled it down to answering yes to 3 simple questions. Number 1, are there enough trades in a session? Number 2, is the trade profile adequate? What I mean by that is, are the targets worth it? Is the risk acceptable? Everyone's different. It depends on your capital. You might love a chart, but perhaps you're just undercapitalized and you can't afford to trade it. And then 3, can I quit with a positive result a majority of the time? That is the main goal, right? So if you could answer yes to all 3 of these questions, then you've found yourself a chart that's probably worth trading. Let's look at some examples, beginning with this YM 6-tick momentum range bar chart. This is the Dow E-mini, and we'll start with just any random day. We'll use today as our first day. It could be any old day. So let's go back to the start. Start at 8:30 Central. We've got this trade here. How do I know it's a trade? Well, the little plus sign is your entry. If you're above the line, you're going long. If you're below the line, you're going short. There's our target 2. And that little itty-bitty dot right there is our money management target. Okay, so this trade was too early, as you can see, so we're still looking for the first trade, and there's one here at 8:34, and that meets our requirement. And it does get short, and you can see it comes down and it hits target 2 for a full winner. And so we can see that I was able to quit positive today. Just looking at the session in general, I'm looking to see that there are quite a few trades in here. And I could just visually see that there's some winners or some losers, but there's probably a good likelihood that I could quit positive. And as we can see on this very first example, I was able to quit positive on the very first trade. Notice also on our information panel here, the risk was 18 points at $5 a point. I mean, to me, that's acceptable. The middle target was 19 points. That's worth it. Okay, now it's a dynamic strategy, so some trades will be larger or smaller than others. Here's one that's a little bit larger. You can see there's 21 ticks of risk and a 24-tick target. This one's a little bit smaller here. You know, it pretty much meets the trade profile requirement. This is not a difficult chart to trade as far as the size. Okay, so yes, the size is adequate. Yes, there are enough trades, at least in this one session. And yes, there's a good chance that I could probably quit positive a majority of the time. But the only way to really know that is to go back and start counting winning and losing sessions. So just using this as our first example, I like to make a list of winners, losers, and break-evens and count my sessions. Okay, so this would go into the win column, like so. And I just do a quick fast test. So let's just roll back to some random point in time. Now, this is the June contract, which just started recently, so we can't go back too far, but you could look at a continuous chart, or you could even pull up the prior contract, the March chart. Depends on what you're trading, what you're testing. So let's just go back to the next session and you'll see the way to do it. First of all, continue to monitor that there are enough trades. Find your start time. 8:13, that's a little bit too soon. So we're still looking for a trade. And here's the first trade of the day right here. And you can see that that does hit target 2. So you put a check in your win column. And then you go to the next session. So here we are in the next session. We're trying to find our start time. 8:23, still a little early. You have to make a determination if you're going to wait for a brand new setup, if you're going to allow yourself to actually get in sync with this trade. Just pick one or the other and then make that your rule. Okay, we're waiting for brand new trades just to keep it simple. Here's the first trade of the day right here. And it does come down and it hits target 2 again. So that's another winner. And so far, I've only looked at 3 sessions, but I like what I see. It's answering yes to the main question. Can I quit positive a majority of the time? Okay, there seems to be enough trades in a session, and the trades are maintaining an adequate size. This one was 16 ticks. Let's look at one more. Okay, so we're waiting for our start time at 8:30. This is that's really early. 8:35, there it is. So here's the trade right there, and you can see it comes in, triggers in, and hits a winner. And so far, so good. I've looked at 4 sessions, and I've won 4 times with just one trade. So I'm able to do it with a minimal amount of trades. I'm able to quit positive a majority of the time. There are enough trades, and the trade is the right size. That's it. That's the test. If you can answer yes to those questions, you found a chart that's worth trading. Of course, you have to be able to execute it. You still have to practice. You still have to become a good trader, but that's beyond the scope of this short video. We'll be looking at more examples and talking about more helpful hints and how to succeed at trading going forward. If you like what you hear, please give me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is TJ with Netpicks.com.